Hello everyone, my name is Ravagers and I hope you're having an awesome day. Today I'm just going to make a simple and easy raid farm for you in your worlds. This farm works for 1.18.31 in all versions of Minecraft and up as far as I know. And if you guys are interested, there'll be a full materials list down in the description of the video. And if you guys enjoy this video, it helps a lot, consider a like button and subscribe once more. Helps a lot and I do appreciate it. And let's hop right into it. So today I'm going to show you how to make this simple and improved and new raid farm right here. Now this is my new design. I do have an old design on the channel, but it does take a lot more materials and everything. This one is a more refined and it takes less materials and it's really nice just in general, as you can see. Now how this farm works is you go on down here in this area and we have a little bit of a pod right here where the pillagers spawn because of Bedrock Edition. There is these spawning blocks and structures like fortresses, ocean monuments, and outposts where there's certain blocks in the fortress or outposts in this case where pillagers or guardians or anything like that can spawn. In this case, pillagers can spawn on that block right there, so they spawn on that block right there. This glass right there shoves them in there. They die in a kill chamber, and since the Trident is linked to you, you get the bad omen, and then you're up here in the meantime, get the bad omen, raid starts, fry that villager right there, and then all the raiders spawn and they go into this chamber right here. The Ravagers die by lava. The pillagers and all the raiders go down there and then die in the kill chamber. And you'll get around 700 emeralds per hour, if I'm not mistaken, right here down here in the chest. Also along with some totems as well. As you can see, pretty good amount of emeralds, around over a stack of blocks. Emerald blocks are there. And then over here you can see you get tons of loot as well. In Bedrock Edition you get enchanted books. You don't get these in Java apparently, but in Bedrock you do get enchanted books. And you'll get tons of cool OP iron armor and some bottles, redstone, all the witch drops as too, also as gunpowder and everything like that. Really, really nice. And yeah, to get started with this farm today, all you gotta do is go ahead and find yourself an outpost. Also, this farm works for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, tablet, phone, and also PC, if you guys were wondering. And it should work totally fine on all of those platforms. It works for Minecraft, Bedrock only, no Legacy or Java. Once you've found your outpost, it could be kind of any outpost that you want. There'll be warning, though, if you do have like a really tall mountain, if you're building like on a mountain that's going really tall up on like a slope or whatever, it might spawn the raiders on the side of the mountain. So probably pick something like this. That's might have a teeny little hill nearby. Not gonna affect it at all. Just make sure you try to pick one that's maybe on a little more flat ground. Once you've picked the outpost you want to build your raid farm, you can see you have tons of pillagers around here. Just go ahead and kill them if you want, and go ahead and break that chest right there. Grab your glass panes and go on ahead and put glass panes all the way around here in these areas. This is going to make it to where we can find the spawning block in the structure where the pillagers spawn, so we can constantly renewably get bad omen, because the pillager captain will spawn on this block constantly, and that way when you're up there on your AFK platform where the villager is and where the raids are dying, you will get bad omen constantly from this place because the pillager captain will spawn on the block. You will fall into the kill chamber, die. Since the Trident is linked to you, you will get the bad omen automatically, and then I'll start another raid. So you go ahead and make a glass pane area right here. Make sure it is on the second block right here at the head height. And then go on over here and grab whatever blocks you want. These could just be 10 blocks, so you can do whatever you want. And go ahead and go like 30 blocks this way. So go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 27, 28, 29, 30. And after you've gone 30 blocks over here, go in this area, you can go on ahead. Now, you have a couple options you can do. You can go on ahead, you can turn this to peace mode, get rid of all these pillagers, and then turn it back to normal, and some should spawn in there, and you should be able to find your spawning spot. Or, you can go on ahead, you can just go over there and just kill them all. I'm going to go ahead and just switch it to peaceful mode real quick, but you guys can go on ahead and kill them all if you want. It's entirely up to you. You can go ahead and just turn it to peaceful mode, or you can go ahead and kill them and come back over here in this area, AFK, and then they should spawn over there in the glass over there. And if you just went 30 blocks up, you should go like maybe 25 too as well, and that should work. But just take a minute, and then they should spawn. And as you can see there, we already have a pillager captain right there spawning in the glass. Now, if you have a couple spawning in these areas, just pick one. Whoever one's most convenient for you or whatever. Maybe away from these posts, whatever. It doesn't really matter, though. And then go on over here in this area. And go on ahead and get rid of all of this glass right here, except for around the pillager. Make sure these glass stays around here, these areas. Make sure all this glass right here stays. Make sure to keep them trapped. And now we know where the spawning blocks are, and he doesn't escape and start shooting you. So probably the best to go ahead and make sure you keep the glass around him all times, at least till we find out the exact spawning block. and then go over here in this area, and you can break this now. You don't really need it anymore. I just wanted to go ahead and be able to find out where the pillagers are spawning. Then go over here in this area and grab your empty locator map. Make sure you have plenty of space in your inventory. Go ahead and right click on it, and then go ahead and grab your map, and go ahead and face up to the top of the map. So you see your little player white dot right there. Go ahead and face the top of the map right there in that area, and then go ahead over here and face the bottom right corner of the map. So you go in and you're gonna face it straight. It's super easy and simple. Just go into the right bottom corner of the map. Where I'm pointing in the corner right there, on the right bottom corner right there. You aim right there. Then grab your temp block, whatever block you want to use to mark out, and go ahead and go over here. And that means that this block right here is the spawning block where they'll spawn on. So right here, with a block in this direction, on this area in the right bottom corner of the map is the spawning block for the pillagers right here. So you just go ahead, you mark out whatever block you want, just whatever block you'll know that that's the spawning block. Probably make it different from all the other blocks in the outposts. That way you know for certain that that's the spawning block. Then go over here down here in this area and go on ahead and grab your pistons and observers and your lever right here and go on ahead over here. It doesn't really matter where you build or how you build it right here. Just go ahead and you can build in any direction and go ahead and place your piston right here underneath this wood right here, and then place another piston here, here, and also here. And then go over here in this area, place an observer facing this way, and then also another observer facing this way, and then one over here facing that way, and then one over here facing this way, with the arrow facing this way, and then one over here facing this way, and then one over here facing this way, and then one over here facing that way, and then one over here facing that way. And after you're done with that, go ahead and put a lever down on that, and then flip it once, and then go ahead and flip it again, and then that should make it to where next time you turn it on, it should go in an infinite loop, and then just turn that off temporarily, and then go over here in this area. If you want to break these 4 blocks, it's up to you, and then go ahead and just place some blocks right there, because we're going to put the clock system underneath there in the mirror, and you want to know what blocks that you need to put the clock system underneath. Just makes it easier if you want to do that and not have like the entire floor be birch planks or anything like that. And then go over here in this area and go ahead and place 4 blocks right here, and then 4 more right here, then 3 right here, and then 3 right here, and 3 right here. And place 2 right there. Grab your trident right here in this area. Go on ahead and aim it at the pistons, and then there you go on that. And after that, go ahead and cover that up, and then you can flip it down again. And as you can see, it goes around, and it's going to try to run around and kill the villagers. They go down here in this area and go on ahead and grab your chests, your hoppers, your rails, and your minecart with hoppers. And then go over here in this area right here, and then place a chest right here. It doesn't really matter where it is. Go ahead and place it right, right underneath these blocks at least. As long as it's underneath these 4 blocks here, you'll be all good to go. So just go ahead and just place a double chest pike underneath these 2 blocks right here. Then crouch and place a hopper going into the chest. Make sure the nozzle hopper is facing into the chest. That way all the items go in there. And then go ahead and crouch and place a rail on top of the hopper. Then go ahead and place a minecart with a hopper on top of that. And then place a block here, 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 and also here. And that will ensure that the minecart with the hopper never pops out, rolls off and everywhere else, and it'll be able to collect the items through the blocking. You can place a couple torches around here if you want. That way no hostile mobs spawn in here. Then go over here in this area. You can also place a couple in here if you want to. It's really up to you. And then after that, you're going to go over here in this area, and you grab your glass. You're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 right here, 2 right here, and you're going to go 2 more high. So you can go 2 more and make this 3 high total. So you can put 4 here, and then 4 here, and 4 right here, and 4 right here, and then 2 and 2, and then 2 and 2. And then go on ahead and grab your leaves, and go on ahead and place leaves all the way around here in these areas right here. And then you go over here in this area, break this glass, and be very careful. You might have to kill this guy, because he might start shooting at you. He's not gonna shoot at me because I'm in creative, but he'll probably end up shooting you. So make sure to take care of him. Then place a glass block right here, 1 block above. Right here, so make sure there's 1 block space above the, from the glass to the gold block right here, or whatever block you're using, the spawning block in general. And that way, when the pillagers spawn, their heads will go in the glass, and it'll shove them out, and they fall into the kill chamber. And then they'll go on it and die, and you'll get the bad omen. So make sure to just go on and do that. And then afterwards, after you're done with that, you can go up here in this area, go on ahead and find the middle block. So go ahead and it's going to be 4 blocks, 4 blocks, 4 blocks, and 4 blocks. It'll be the middle block here. You don't have to exactly do the middle, but I recommend it. And then I'll go over here in this area, and you're going to go on ahead, and you can place this here if you want. and you're going to go 24 blocks up from here. And just go ahead, just go 24 blocks up with leaves. I recommend you can do scaffolding. You can also do solid blocks, put ladders, on it, on the side of it. But I recommend leaves because it's cheap, and then you can do vines. It's up to you. You can do scaffolding, you can do ladders, or you can do leaves. Either way, go 24 blocks up. So go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 21, 22, 23, 24. And after you got 24 blocks up, go over here in this area, place 1 block right here, and then 2 blocks right there. And then go 5 blocks this way, counting this block. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go over here in this area and fill this platform with leaves. Make sure you're using leaves because pillagers and raids in Bedrock Edition can spawn on anything except for scaffolding and leaves. They can even spawn on glass. It's a little bit crazy, but they spawn on a lot of blocks. There's very few blocks they don't spawn on. So you want to make sure you make this platform, your AFK platform, out of leaves, or else they'll spawn here and it might not end well for you. So make sure it's leaves. Then go over here in this area, place piston here, here, and here. Make sure they're all facing inwards. And then go ahead and place a observer facing this way, and an observer facing this way, and an observer facing this way, and also one facing this way, and also one facing this way, and then one over here facing this way, and then one over here facing this way, and one over here facing this way. Then go ahead and place a lever, flip it down once, and then flip it down again, and as you go out an infinite loop, then turn it off, and go over here in this area, throw that trident, and then go over here in this area, you can place 2 leaves right here, 2 right here, 2 right here, 1 right here. You can also go ahead and grab your vines, and go down here in this area, and place vines going all the way up, or scaffolding, or ladders, wherever you choose, to go and use in your farm. Either way, it works either way. And then go over here. Also, make sure, if you do ladders, go on ahead and if this block is a solid block, break it and put a leaf block right there. And that way, raiders won't spawn on that solid block, or else they could spawn on the solid block. So make sure you go ahead and do that. But if you're just doing leaves, there you go. You're fine on that. Then go over here in this area and go ahead and place blocks going all the way around here, or all the way around the kill chamber here. So 3 blocks here, 3 blocks here, 4 blocks there, and then another 4 blocks, 3 blocks, and 3 blocks. Then go over here, place 2 blocks here, 1 block right there. And to go over here, now this is up to you. Now you can go on ahead. Now you can get pretty good amount of XP from this farm. You get pretty good amount of XP from this farm, ladies and gentlemen. You can mend your tools, stuff like that. Really, really nice. But there's options here, okay? So you can place a stair right here to get XP, or a slab. But there is a chance during the raids that you can have a pillager or a vindicator or anything like that. You want to get pushed into the middle of this piston and this stair here, and that could prevent your raid from continuing, and they'll just sit there and they won't suffocate or die because this ain't considered, like, they won't gonna suffocate in there because that's their feet. They won't suffocate in here because it's not a solid block. So that could prevent something, and also they get squeezed through out all the way, and they might be able to kill you if you're not an AFK pod right here. Which, by the way, I recommend making a leaf AFK pod. But if you don't want that, you can get XP from that way, but there's risk of that, so you have to go in every once in a while, check on them, and you can just smack them right here between the hole right here and kill them instantly, basically. Or you can go in ahead, and if you don't never want that to happen ever, I've 100% never have that happen. You can go ahead and place a solid block right there. Now, you won't be able to get XP as easy, but you can go down here in this area underneath the hoppers when we get that set up. And you can go ahead, I think the XP goes for there a little bit. Or you can set up another way of getting the XP. But yeah, if you don't do like this, they might have a chance to escape. So it's up to you. You can either use the stair, or you can use the solid block. I'm going to use the stair for now. You can decide what you want to do. And then go over here in this area and place 3 blocks right here. And then place row blocks all the way here, 3 blocks up. You're going to make this too thick, just to ensure that no pillagers ever escape from the farm. No raiders or anything like that, like witches or anything like that. Sometimes it could be, those raids can be a little bit buggy, and they can try to escape. Also, it's just to ensure, usually used to be for Ravagers to make sure they stay in the farm and don't escape. But Ravagers burn up in the kill chamber up there, so you don't have to worry about that. And they should never come down here. And also, if you want to, you can go ahead and you can grab your torches, and you can place a torch here and a torch here. It's up to you, though. And go over here in this area, and you go ahead and place 4 blocks right here, 3 right here, 3 right here, 2 right there. And then go over here in this area, and you go 18 blocks up from here. So you can go on right from here, counting right here, you're starting right here. You're going to go do 1, 2, 3, 16, 17, 18. After you got 18 blocks, go on ahead all the way around here in this area. So go on ahead and make a tube all the way around on all these blocks right here, going 18 blocks up all of the way. And after you know that, you should have a 18 block tall tube all the way, but 19 blocks counting this block down here, which should be 18 blocks tall. Counting that block right there would be 19. And then go over here in this area and go on over here, and you're going ahead and count 8 blocks this way, counting this block right here because water can only travel 8 blocks. So go ahead and make sure you count this block right here. So do that as 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then go over here and put in our row of blocks. 8 blocks right there, that as well right there. And then go on this side and go ahead and place, counting this block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then go over here and do another row of blocks as well. And then go over here in this area, and then go ahead and place blocks all the way over here. Place 10 blocks, solid block, break that 10 block, and go all the way around here, place 10 blocks, solid block, break that 10 block, and go all the way around here. And you can make this 2 tall as well. So go all the way around here in this area. And go ahead and also make sure to do these corners as well. That way the Ravagers or the Pillagers escape. So go ahead and make sure to do those corners as well and make this 2 tall all the way around. And then after you're done with that, you're going to go ahead over here in this area. You're going to place a 10 block, solid block over here, solid block over here. Break that 10 block, and you don't need corners for these right here. The Ravagers will not escape from there. And then go over here in this area and go ahead and place a 10 block, solid block, break that 10 block, and then you go 5 blocks high, counting this block. So this is 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then over here as well. And then go over here in this area, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go over here and do the exact same thing as well. And then go over here in this area and go ahead and do a row of blocks all the way around over here. And then over here as well, and just connect these up, and you're gonna make this go 5 tall all the way around. This is gonna keep the Ravagers in from escaping and make it to where we can place the leaves, and the Ravagers won't break the leaves. So go all the way around on all these sides and make this 5 tall. And after you're done with that, go on over here in this area and go on ahead and place blocks right here. Place 2 blocks going all the way up, clear to here on there. And then go ahead and do this over here as well. Just doing 2 blocks all the way up. And then go over here in this area and place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure to leave a block right there and a block right there open. Don't place any blocks right there in these areas right there. And do the exact same thing over here. So do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4. And afterwards, go on ahead over here in this area and go on ahead and place blocks all the way along here and going all the way up. This is where we're going to be putting the lava, and we'll be putting the water streams in just a minute. Just going ahead over here and put blocks all the way around here, and then go on this side as well and place blocks all the way over here. Make sure you leave a block space all the way along here, down here, for the lava, and make sure to go up here doing 4 blocks total high and going all the way to the top right here. And after that, you're done with that, go ahead and grab your water buckets and go on over here and place 2 water on the back block right here, 2 water sources right here. And if you did this right, you should go all the way to the edge here and should stop right here. And go over here in this area. You want to place 2 more water over here in this end as well, and that should go clear to the end right here and stop right here as well. Then go over here in this area. Grab your signs and go on ahead and place signs right here in these areas. This is going to be holding the lava back, so it'll burn the Ravagers and it won't burn the Raiders. And it'll make it to where the lava doesn't go on ahead and flow down where the water is. And it's not going to make the farm, it's going to keep the farm all nice and tidy and make sure the lava stays in the walls to burn the Ravagers. So go on ahead and place these signs going all the way to this end of the wall right here to where you can't place signs anymore. And then do it on this side as well. And after you're done with that, go on ahead and grab your lava bucket and go on over here. You're going to be placing the lava now. And go over here in this area and count from this block right here in the corner. Do 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th block, place a lava source right here. The reason why we're doing this is to where lava can only travel 4 blocks total in each direction. So go ahead and do it like that. And then go over here in this area, do 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th block, place your lava right there. And then go on this side over here and then place 1, 2, 3. And on the 4th block over here, place lava right there. And then do 1, 2, 3. 4th block, place lava right there. Then go over here in the middle area right here. As you can see, we have about 4 blocks left. Go ahead and place a lava source right here in this area. And then you can go ahead, you can place one right there, or you can place one right here. It doesn't really matter. You can go ahead and place it right there, and that should go on ahead and put lava all the way along here. Make sure there's lava on every single one of these blocks. Like there's at least one like small layer of lava, and that way all the Ravagers will burn no matter where they are. And also there will be a rare occasion where the Ravager is completely straight. He'll be completely straight and he won't take any damage at all. But he can't stay like that for long. It's a rare occasion that happens, but it could happen every once in a while. But it'll only stay like that for a few seconds, and then it will continue to burn and die. So that's very rare to happen. But when it does happen, it only lasts for like a few seconds, and then they go on at like 10 seconds at the most, and then they they move, and then they get take damage again, and then they die. So you're never gonna have that problem ever happen really at all. And I go over here in this area, and this is very, very important that you do this. If you do not do this, they will not spawn in that chamber. They'll spawn up here, and that won't end well. So go ahead and make sure grab your leaves, and go ahead and place leaves on every single one of these blocks. The reason why we made this wall so high is to make it to where so when the Ravager is jumping and taking damage, they won't break leaves because they can't break leaves. If they can go ahead and walk by a tree, they will break the leaves off of it. So it is good to go ahead and make sure this is this high for a reason. That way the Ravagers, when they're bobbing up and down, will not get high enough to break these leaves and make it to where Ragers can't spawn up here. So I want to make sure you put the leaves up this high, make sure you do the wall correctly, and make sure you put leaves on every single one of these blocks, and your spawning chamber for the raids should be done and all good to go. And then go over here down here in this area, grab your leaves, and go ahead and place leaves all along here. Raiders can spawn on here if you do not put leaves on here, so make sure you put leaves on here. You don't want to go ahead and have them spawning on there. And go ahead and grab your boats, and you can go over here in this area if you want to place a boat here and a boat here. This is just for the rare occasion and chance that a Vex is somehow able to spawn. They will go in at it, and when they fly up, they will get to the boats, and then they'll be stuck there until they start taking damage and die. So you want to make sure for those boats, so just in case there's a small chance. That should never happen, but just in case of a tiny little chance it does, it's good to have those boats there. So, and they're not very expensive to craft anyways. And then go over here in this area and go 9 blocks up. So go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then on the 9th block, go ahead and place some blocks right here. Clear to this area here. There's 1 block left. Then go ahead and grab your bed and go ahead and place it right here. And then go ahead and break these blocks right here. You don't need them anymore. You just make sure to go ahead and count up this high. And then go over here in this area and go ahead and place 3 blocks right here. Make sure they're leaves. And then 3 leaves right here. Crouch, place 2 leaves right there, and then 2 more layers up there. Now it's time to go ahead and get your villager in here. It's very, very important you get your villager, because without your villager you cannot, well, start the raids at all. You need a villager, you need a bed to consider it as a village to start the raid. So you need to go ahead and grab your villager. Now, I'm going to be using this spawning egg, obviously, of course, but you guys are going to have to go ahead, and you're probably going to be in survival, obviously. So you're going to need to go ahead and make a staircase down to the ground, get, rails, and bring them up here. Now, warning, you can build this near a village, but if you do, you're going to probably have to end up taking all their beds and just killing all the villagers. I'm sorry to say that. But this villager would be picky. He'll be connected to his existing bed that you got him from a village. You probably get your villager from a village, and if the village is nearby, he will be still attached to that bed, and he won't want to sleep in this bed. He has to sleep in this bed. So, and also if he does, like, if he might not be able to connect to this bed because the other villagers in the other villages might, like in the village, might not have a bed yet. They might connect to this one, and he won't be able to connect to it. So it is best to go ahead, and if it is near a village, you're gonna have to probably kill your kill the villagers or transport them out and take all the beds out of the village temporarily, take them far away, and then once he connects to his bed, you can maybe bring him back. So you can either transport him far away and then bring him back after he's connected to his bed, or you can go on ahead and just exterminate them all. But anyways, go on ahead, either way, whatever you do, you can go ahead and place torch here if you want. It doesn't really matter. And then go over here and place a villager. Get your villager. It doesn't really matter what kind of villager it is. It can be a green coat, I believe, or it could be any kind of villager. Just as long as he connects to the bed, sleeps at night. Then you want to go ahead and make sure to wait till it's nighttime. So wait till it's nighttime and make sure he goes in and sleeps in his bed. And once it's nighttime and your villager is sleeping in your bed, you should be all good to go. Also, I had the green coat in here a minute ago, and he connected to the bed, but he wasn't sleeping, so I'm not 100% certain if those guys work. Be careful. They should work, but if they bring a pain, it's not that hard to take care of them. Anyways, get a villager that connects to the bed and sleeps in the bed. And then go ahead over here and place 2 leaf blocks right there in that area. It's very important you do that. Just make sure you make the villager safe and everything like that. And after you're done with that, you're going to go down here in this area. Your next step, and go over here in this area. And go ahead to this back block right here. This back piston. It could be any of these blocks. I usually go for this back piston over here in this area. And go ahead and place 4 blocks down, 4 temp blocks. So do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then go over here and break these 3 leaves right here. Make sure not to break any blocks right there. And go ahead and place another leaf right there. And then go over here in this area and go ahead and place a double chest right there. And then go ahead and grab your hopper and place the hopper facing into here. Make sure the nozzle hopper is facing into the chest. That way all the items go into the chest. And then go over here and grab your rails and your minecart for the hoppers. And then go over here and place a rail on top of the hopper right here. And then go over here in this area, place a minecart hopper right here. Be very careful not to touch it because else it could roll off and then, yeah, it's going to go down there. So be careful. And then go ahead and place leaf blocks all the way around. I believe it could be soul blocks too because the leaves will be above them. And that way to no raiders will spawn on them. And then go over here in this area, you can break these leaves right here. And then place 2 hoppers right here. And then place a double chest right here in this area. And there's double chest right there. And then 2 hoppers. Double chest, 2 hoppers, and then a double chest and a double chest. And then you can keep going down as far as you want down here. You can go clear down to the bottom. That way you can have several hours AFK. You can also set up or item sorter where you can go ahead and sort items. Do be warned though that totems are not stackable items. They're just one totem. They take up 1 slot. So they cannot be stackable items, so they cannot work in the item sorter. But 1.19 is about to come out at the time of this recording, and LAs will come out, and then you can probably figure out a sorting system with the LA, and then you can sort your totems. But for now, with item sorters, they're not stackable. You can only do stackable items in item sorters, so do be warned. You'll be able to, sort your gunpowder, your redstone, your sugar. You'll be able to sort your emeralds, and stuff like that. But you won't be able to sort your enchanted books or your totems or anything like that. So you could go ahead and you could just make an item sorter for the totems, like the emeralds, stuff like that, and then have the totems and all the other armor and stuff like that go into like a side collection system. And then that way you can go ahead and sort your items kind of a little bit, and you can take whatever totems or whatever thing you want afterwards out of the extra chest. Then go over down here after you make your collection system, and go down here in this area, break these torches right here. You're gonna be placing leaves on top of this entire roof. This is going to make it to where the pillagers do not spawn on this roof. If you do not put leaves on this roof, there's a very, very good chance that they can spawn on this roof during your raid and your farm being on, and that won't end very well. So we're actually going ahead and place leaves on every single one of these blocks on this roof right here. And after you're done with that, go on down here in this area and go on and break these fences right here in these walls. We're actually going to get rid of these because pillagers can spawn basically on anything but leaves and scaffolding. So you want to go ahead and get rid of these walls and these fences, because I do believe they will spawn on them as well, which is kind of crazy, but they do spawn on a lot of stuff. And then go over here in this area, and then go ahead and place your leaves right here. Also, ladies and gentlemen, you can go ahead and destroy this entire pillager outpost if you want. The only thing you need to leave is the kill chamber and this glass tube and that block right there. If you want to, you can go ahead and take down this entire outpost and build whatever you want here, or a high-tech building or your base or whatever, and have your raid farm in the base. Just remember go ahead and put leaves on top of your building of your base, because if you don't, and maybe you have to do several floors if you have it really close to the raid farm. If you don't, though, you might have raids spawning in your base or whatever building that you build around here. So you don't need this outpost. All you need is that block right there. So you can go ahead and you can tear this entire thing out. You don't have to have a building here, and that way you don't have to put these leaves right here. You want to just take down this entire outpost and just leave the kill chamber in the spawning spot right there. And then you can go ahead and build a ladder up to your farm, and you should be all good to go. Also, if you guys want to, you can go ahead and break these staircase right here, and you go over here in this area, and then you can go ahead and break this right here, and you can go ahead and grab your ladders, and go ahead and place ladders going up here. Now we can get out of here when you're done, going ahead and turn that chamber on, and go ahead and place leaves all the way around here in these areas, and right here in this area as well. And after you're done with that, you should have leaves all along this entire platform right here, and your farm should be done and all good to go. And yeah, so also warning, if you do have the mountain like I explained at the first, there's a big giant mountain and the pillagers do spawn on the mountain or the ground, you're gonna have to go ahead and put leaves on the ground and spawn proof those areas. And then so that way they don't spawn there. But you should never have any problems like that. All you need to go ahead and do over here in this area after you're done with all this is to go ahead over here, come down here in this area, and go ahead and turn this kill chamber on. Make sure you probably have your sword in your hand, and then go ahead and just turn it on right there, and then go over here in this area. And you see we already have Bad Omen already, and then down here in this area we have our collect system collecting the banners. You'll get some banners, some crossbows, some arrows, very nice stuff. And then go over here in this area and go up here. And as soon as you get up here to the top platform up here in this area, You should go ahead and instantly start the raid as soon as you're on this platform right here. Then you can go on ahead and you could wait for it to charge up. I always wait for it to charge up and I try to kill it on because it is quite noisy. And then go on over here and then turn on. Make sure to have your looting free. It's very important. You don't need looting free, but you'll get more emeralds and stuff like that and some more good loots. So definitely recommend it. And as you can see right there, they're all falling down here in this area. As you can see right there, I can probably go ahead and grab a slab so you guys can see better, or a glass block actually might be the best. Actually, you go here in this area, and I'll do this right here so you guys can see a little bit better what's happening right now. If you go right here, and then that way you guys can see a little bit better on exactly what raiders is coming in. As you can see right here, they're all gonna fall in there, and they all die right there. You don't have to do anything. You just AFK here. I do recommend probably going ahead and making yourself a little AFK platform. You don't decide to do the XP. You don't want the XP. Just go right here, and you can just stand right here and in your AFK pod. That way, no pillagers. You just go ahead and just sit here. No phantoms or anything will get you. And that's basically a roof. That's solid blocks over there. So the phantoms should not spawn. You can just AFK here. They should spawn because that's like solid blocks right there. In direct sky access phantoms spawn, and I'm guessing you'll probably go in if you're AFKing at the spray farm. You'll AFK for quite a few days. And yeah, I get tons of drops. You can see down here in this area. We already got some emeralds coming in and stuff like that. And in a second here, we should have the totems coming on in as well. And you should get tons of rates from this farm right here. And I can show you up here in this area how the raiders are spawning. As you can see up here, they go on ahead and it charges up the raid bar. And then the raiders spawn, as you can see right there in that area. The witches are falling and they're all going down to their deaths. I believe it's like a one-hit kill by the time it gets to the bottom. And then there you go. You can see it goes really, really fast. Really nice. And I hope you guys enjoy and build this farm in your worlds. If you guys did, don't forget to consider hitting the like button and subscribing once more. Helps a lot and do appreciate it. And have an awesome day.